Hello and welcome back to the Bowling Sisters, and I am back again. I hope you don't get tired of looking at my face day in and day out. But then we are back with our Thursday game reviews. We had a midnight game. We had five games yesterday. We had Bournemouth Wolves. We had Aston Villa. We had City Nottingham Forest, the most biggest talking point. Then we had West Ham versus Spurs, the London Derby, and obviously the one of the most controversial games yesterday was Liverpool versus Newcastle. So let me start off with the first game of Bournemouth versus Wolves. Bournemouth sacked their manager. They had an interim manager. It was all out Wolves game to win. They created pressures. They were in situations where Pedro Neto had a couple of chances, but they were not able to take it. And I think that it would have been a better option for them to take out some points from this game, thinking that Bournemouth had just sacked the manager early in the morning and they had nothing. They had only an interim manager who was there taking the training and also one of the last team meetings. Apart from that, Bournemouth had trained under the former manager. But unfortunately, Wolves were not able to take advantage of it. And I believe it would have been very, very disheartening for Wolves and the team and the management of what transpired yesterday in 90 minutes. It was 3 points for the taking, but they were not able to do so. Somebody's loss is somebody's game. And I think so. Yesterday, the game was Bournemouth's. Moving from Bournemouth versus Wolves, let's go to the team in the finest form. 5 games, 5 victories. Arsenal fans are top of the league, top of the table, and top of the world right now. After a long period of time, seeing somebody in Arsenal taking the throne and taking it by the scruff of the neck. And Arteta and the team of young boys is doing exactly that. They have the team has actually melted, and I'm not ashamed of saying they melted like butter into the ideology of Mikel Arteta, and it is showing on the ground. Even though I've spoken to a few Arsenal fans, they say that they'll be pretty happy having a top four, but I feel having a top four is going to be a very, very shameful affair. Unfortunately, what I feel, or fortunately for Arsenal fans, what I feel, Arsenal is there in the top three, top two contenders as of now in top 5 games. We know what is Arsenal capable of. Their team has strength, the young blood, and I don't see them chopping and changing until there is a major injury happening to top players. Apart from that, Arsenal is in fine form. The team is gelling. The new recruits have gone in seamlessly. It's like those missing pieces of puzzle straight away slot in. It is what it is, and this is what has happened with Arsenal now. We knew what they were destined for. Last season, they were subject to all mockery, memes, and everything. And this time around, those memes are all quiet. The people who are creating an outcry are all quiet. People who are asking Kroenke out are all quiet. And this is what is very, very important. Arsenal and Arsenal fans are looking at a team which is destined for greatness. I hope they do. At least they get something. If not, they should be one of the 3 or 4 title contenders. And I am saying it right now in game week 5. Arsenal is one of the teams who will be in the title contendership. If not, I don't know what will happen. But yes, for sure, they are in the Europa League. And mind you, all the teams in their group, be very, very careful. This is a different Arsenal team. It is no pushover. And for all the top 6 or all the 19 teams, be very wary of Arsenal. What a game it was. Let me come to the game. You had Martinelli who scored. You had Gabriel Jesus who scored. 30th minute, Arsenal take the lead. Then you had Douglas Lewis who had done the needful, which was required. They all got them leveled. I still feel. But then 3 minutes, again, the clinicalness or the defense sleeping is the same thing. I talked about it yesterday for Chelsea and the other teams as well, even for Crystal Palace, that Everton as well. If your defense sleeps even for a minute, you are actually bound for disaster. And that is what happened. Aston Villa took the lead. Aston Villa came back. They came for a draw. They got that 1-1 thing. But then in 3 minutes, Arsenal's class was nowhere. It was, I think so, it was everywhere. Not even nowhere. It was everywhere. Arsenal class was just there. And it showed. And this is what Martinelli did yesterday on the ground. In 3 minutes, Arsenal were bang back on top, and 2-1 was the end result. I don't think so. I have anything else to say for that. Moving from Arsenal versus Aston Villa, let's go to the London Derby. One of the big games, West Ham versus Spurs. Antonio Conte versus David Moyes. Conte's team, high flying performances. David Moyes coming back on a win. So it was all to play for. And I predicted, you should have my predictions in my pre-match, which I did, that it is going to be a very, very tough game for Spurs to win. And that is what happened. They did take the lead from an own goal, but then Souček did the rest, and they got him back in the second half. And it was all over for Spurs. They tried their best. They tried their level best. But unfortunately, the defense and the formation for West Ham was unbreakable yesterday. And this showed. This is the kind of performance West Ham is capable of. This is why I tip them being there in the top 6, top 5, top 6, top 7 this season again. And I am not ashamed. I feel that David Moyes and his team are going to be there. I thought it was going to be a 2-3 way thing between Aston Villa, Wolves, maybe Brentford was there, but West Ham for sure was there. Right now, Aston Villa in tatters, Brentford is performing, but West Ham has now hit the gear. I hope they have. It is going to be a very, very difficult London derbies for the rest of the team in London. Crystal Palace, Chelsea, Brentford for even matter, and Spurs we've already seen. It is going to be a very, very tough. It's going to be a very, very tough ask. So for me, it was a great game. But Antonio Conte, Spurs needs to find answers and break these kind of defenses. Unfortunately, he doesn't have that kind of a playmaker who can break these kind of defenses. Perisic was again out there. A 32, 33-year-old defender. Everybody questioned him, and he is paying everybody back by playing back-to-back games at his age and performing. I think so. This is his second or the third back-to-back man of the match performances for Ivan Perisic. And mind you, for FPL fans, get him. He is going to give you points. He will give you points. Moving from West Ham, let's go to City versus Nottingham Forest. It was a bloodbath. Last week, it was Liverpool giving a bloodbath. This time around, it is Manchester City, and that is what I expected. A 6-0 drubbing. A first half hat trick for Erling Haaland. He got removed. Then Alvarez, first start, a brace, and then finished it off by João Cancelo. A total of six goals in the space of say about 38 minutes. 33 goals in 38 minutes, and rest of it just followed. Second half, 3 goals. First half, 3 goals. Erling Haaland went off. Nottingham Forest didn't have a chance. They didn't have a chance in front of Erling Haaland and Pep Guardiola's almost a B grade team, a B team. Nottingham Forest was nowhere. They were not even an inch in that game. They tried their best a couple of plays, but then other than that, it was nowhere. Unfortunately for Nottingham Forest, it was a tough day in the office. And I don't think so there can be a better solution coming out for Manchester City. And again, Erling Haaland, people again in the FPL who've captained him, kudos, who've not, keep him in the eye. He's going to be a very, very big game player coming forward. He's going to be a big game player. Big game player. Moving from City versus Forest, let's go to the most controversial game of yesterday and the most close fought game. First, it was Liverpool versus Newcastle. Rejuvenated Newcastle versus Liverpool coming back on the back of a win of 9-0 against Bournemouth. And a lot was expected. And it delivered. Newcastle took the lead. Liverpool came back after a lot of changes after the halftime. Bobby Firmino again on the score sheet. Liverpool fans would be ecstatic. I didn't give Bobby Firmino that much amount of chances, but then he is again proving himself. But the controversy started in the added time. It was just 5 minutes added time. The game went on for almost 99 minutes. That's 4 minutes past the added time. And there's been a huge outcry because in the 90th minute, Mohamed Salah assisted Fabio Carvalho. Liverpool won that game in the 90th. This is sheer refereeing. I should say this. It's biasness for Liverpool fans. Unfortunately, Liverpool fans don't hunt me down. But I feel that yesterday it was sheer biasness in yesterday's game. Earlier time when those 5 minutes when Liverpool was playing United, 5 minutes just went like that, and there was nothing being said by everybody. Everybody had an outcry. There's that time wasting. But yesterday, 8 minutes, 9 minutes, nobody created a hue and cry out of it. Come on, have some parity in it. You need that parity in it. But that didn't happen yesterday. So no problems. But don't forget, guys, we've got another game tonight, India time, post midnight. It is Leicester City versus Manchester United. And also keep an eye on the transfer window. It shuts tonight, India time, 4:30 in the morning. So keep an eye, all football fans. I will be back with the transfer roundup tomorrow, as well as a roundup on what happened in Leicester City versus Manchester United. So keep tuned in. Do like, share, subscribe, enable the notifications, and share your thoughts in the comments. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.